Hey, fourth graders, how you guys doing today? It is Thursday, December 3rd. Wow, am I excited about today's class. Super, super excited. You know, I'm always excited about class, but this one is especially exciting. So let me explain what's happening today. In today's class, you're going to have a Nearpod lesson. And the Nearpod lesson is going to consist of, it's going to be basically built around brain primers. Okay, and it's going to consist in part of pieces of the interview that I did with Dr. Kenny, Dr. Lynn Kenny, the author of Musical Thinking. And also, it's going to involve sections where I break down the brain primers and then we do the brain primers to different tempos of music, okay? So during this lesson, okay, I want you to, there's going to be some words that Dr. Kenny uses in the lesson that are maybe above your vocabulary level. Maybe not, I don't know, but I'm guessing they might be. I think if you use context clues and you just kind of stick with it and listen, maybe even look some of the words up, you'll be able to follow along. But the cool thing that I want you to realize is that this person, this doctor, is talking directly to you and showing you the respect of using this language that explains to you what you're doing. It's really actually awesome. It's amazing, actually. And then throughout the course of the little snippets that I have in that interview, she will explain at one point in time how it is that we at Cypress were lucky enough to get brain primers, how it started, and how it's just being put out there into the world, and how we were one of the first people to get it. And then she comes up with a couple of ideas that I think are going to really excite you. She's also going to give you some feedback on how you guys do on your exercise routines, which is cool and amazing. So the first part of the Nearpod lesson is going to be snippets of Dr. Kenny. You need to listen to what she says because there's going to be a quiz at the end. And it's an easy quiz. It's not a hard quiz, but there are a few pieces of information that are pulled out of what she says at the beginning that you're going to have to answer in the quiz at the end, okay? So you got to work your way all the way through to the quiz. While I'm on that, it's a 12-slide Nearpod lesson. You can skip slide 11. Slide 11 is not necessary for you to watch slide 11. So that makes it a little easier for you. So you go through the first 10 slides, skip 11, go straight to 12. 12 is the quiz. So the first few slides are her, Dr. Kenny. Then comes me. And it's actually me standing right in this part of this room right here. And I am walking you guys through Brain Primer 13 and Brain Primer 14. I'm walking you through them and reminding you of what the steps are: right, left, right, left, and that's Brain Primer 13. You'll see. And when I show up on the Nearpod lesson, I want you to get up and do what I'm doing with me. So when you see me, that means it's an active part of the lesson. You're supposed to be up doing things with me. When you see Dr. Kenny, it's not an active part, but you have to actively listen. But you don't have to be up moving. You shouldn't be, actually, so you can really concentrate on what she's saying. So during the second part of the lesson, I'll be up demonstrating. And then what I'm super, super excited about is that I'm going to use music with you that I've not used with you before. So I went back and I went into my own personal list of songs, and I pulled songs out that I have not used here at school. I think there's one that turns up that I have used, but anyway. And what we're going to do is we're just going to apply those brain primer movements to the various songs that come up. Now the cool part is the songs that come up are going to be of different tempos. So we're going to have to really listen and figure out when to make the steps or how fast to make the steps based on how fast the music is going. I know you can do that. I've seen you do it a zillion times. You're good at it. when we do Brain Primer 14, we're going to do it at one rate. Then we're going to do it at a second rate, which is faster. You'll see how it goes. I want you to try your best to keep up with both. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Do not worry about making mistakes. Something I want you to remember. This is school. School is supposed to be hard. School's not supposed to be easy. Okay? If school was easy, was supposed to be easy, then what would the point be? Why would we do it? School's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to struggle with school. Okay? But hopefully we as teachers can make the struggle interesting for you, and you know, at the end, when you struggle and then you finally get something, you're like, wow, that was good. I know I've gotten better because I struggled. You really don't have that feeling of accomplishment if you get something that's super easy. You're like, wow, big deal. Well, who couldn't do that, right? The brain primers are going to cause you to struggle to try to keep up with it. And these things I know are going to cause you to struggle unless you've practiced, and hopefully you've practiced them. Okay, these are not going to be part of today's lesson, by the way, but this is all part of the grand scheme that I'm coming up with for you for our year end, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I want to give you that little intro to today. So by summary, it's a Nearpod lesson with a quiz at the end. Skip slide 11. I'll see you live tomorrow. Adios, amigos.